It looks like the dog has found its place. So we're talking about places. Well, first of all, I'm Arthur S. Newman. I got my start in publishing in 2011 with Borders Books. And that was my first real taste of getting published. And I had no idea what I was doing. But I let Borders lead the way, and then they went out of business. And it may have been because of me, I don't know. The book was that bad. However, the book that got me started was Ever Quarter Rabbit in a Cornfield. Now, before we talk about Ever Quarter Rabbit in a Cornfield, because the cornfield is the place, right? When it first gets started. There's a Confucius saying that we chase back to Confucius. He said, where you are, there you are. Well, I changed that to where you are, there you will be. And so places is where we're at any given time, right? Life is a place. Right now we're in this time, we exist in this place. The job of a writer is to draw you into that place, but only for a short period of time. You get to come in, and then you get zapped back into reality. And then you're waiting for the next time to go back into that place, or wherever the writer is taking you. And so therefore, when I'm writing, my job is to get you into that place. Now, when we consider cornfield, and what comes to mind when you think about cornfield? Anybody got any bugs? Chickens, bugs. Country. You know, heartland, right?
Claustrophobia.
Right? But when we're all enamored by them, when it finally gets to its full height, like, wow, look how tall this goes, and how quick they go. And imagine this 5-year-old kid looking at this cornfield. He's this tall, this cornfield is this tall, and they're all in rows, but you can't sneak in there without disturbing the cornfield, right? But now when you think about cornfield as a movie, any movies come to mind?
Scary ones.
Yeah.
Sci-fi. Alien sci-fi movies.
One of them, Children of the Corn.
Yeah.
Right? So I thought about that as I talked about Ever Quarter Rabbit in a Cornfield. Is this going to scare kids away? Well, I think Children of the Corn was to scare adults away. The children got to stay. Right? Another movie, Field of Dreams. Different spectrum altogether. So I figured I was pretty safe right in the middle, right? So Ever Quarter Rabbit in a Cornfield. And that was so impressive upon me as a 5-year-old, and what took place in that cornfield, and how the rabbit got away, and his instincts was to go into the cornfield. And now I'm in trouble, because the rabbit belonged to my boss's wife. Oh, and that's not a good sign. This was supposed to have been us going over and enjoying his farm, and sitting on the tractor. But at that time, children were seen and not heard. And when dinner was over, the sun is setting, and she was out of the room. Well, I'm not that guy that just sits around waiting for something to happen. I'm normally making things happen, and my mother would testify to that. Well, I just wanted to get to hold the rabbits one more time. There's 2 rabbits in this cage, and they're out by a tree by the cornfield. So I sneak outside, and I go over there, hear bunny, bunny, open the cage, get one bunny out, rub it. But it's not like to rub the one bunny. You got to rub both bunnies. So put the one bunny back, take the other bunny out, and I rub it, looking around, making sure I'm not getting caught. I go to put the bunny back in, the other one's gone. Looking around for the bunny around the tree. Spot him over near the cornfield. And as I make a way to the bunny to get him back, he jets into the cornfield. Now, what do? You lock the cage up, run back in, act like nothing happened? I'm going to be sure to be picked on this one, because I'm that kid. I got to go in that cornfield, and I got to get that bunny. And the sun is setting. Cornfields get really dark, because you're a 5-year-old. And we'll stop there, but that was the place, cornfield. That was the first time I thought about, you have to capture the person and the place captures the person, then everything else comes into play with that. So later on, when I'm thinking about all of the other books that I'm going to be writing, how do I capture the place and the person and bring you to that place? How do I get you in that cornfield? Are you going to be okay going in that cornfield? You got to get down on your knees because you don't want to disturb the tops, right? Well, as people started reading Ever Tangled With Lightning in Cornfield, they wanted to hear more of little Artie's antics.